unless they were like doubting their worldview, like entirely, like a crisis of faith kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's like you want to know what the people don't even get to that point. It's like people don't want to know even what it's about. You know, like if you're instilled with like an anti-communist sentiment, you're not gonna try to understand Karl Marx before you kill him. You know.
like I really think that the best thing to do is kill ideology. Like just stop talking about this shit because nobody reads these books anyways. That's my opinion. Like you ask me my ideology, fuck if I know.
Well,
But I,
people have a tendency to and a need even to be like assimilated into like higher structures of meaning and being like countries and
you,
armies.
if you had to like if you really pressed me, I'd probably say I'm like an anarchist or something. Like I just don't give a fuck. Um, I kind of like the ideal of like Ernst Junger's anarch. It's like I don't know.
Well,
I kind of work through hierarchy and I work through systems and tyrannies, but I'm like it's not my master. Like
even in anarchy, like what is in your opinion? I'm just going to ask your opinion before I tell you. What is the most powerful force in all of society to change a person's behavior or to maintain their behavior?
uh, the barrel of a gun, I think.
So fear, you say?
Yeah, pretty much. For like fear of losing your property or life or whatever.
It's not
Like that's generally the linchpin.
it's not fear. It's shame. And like when you even in like an anarchic situation where there's no overhead government like trying to manipulate you or to make you afraid or to shame you or whatever, even amongst people of similar ideologies, like you said, like liberals are like less likely to be accepting of other people's whatever. Like I've been like part of groups of people. I've known these people for like a year. It's like big group of people, like 9 of them. Okay,
Yeah,
it's like if you transgress, like if you say something that they don't agree with, then like all these people are going to disown you. They're not going to speak to you, and like
yeah,
some of them might not feel that way. They might feel like, well, it's not a big deal, or I don't really care. But they have to go with the group, much like Scientology or like being excommunicated from the church or whatever. Like the person that still likes you won't talk to you. And it's not because they don't like you, it's because if they get caught talking to you, then they get excommunicated too from this group that like people need to be in. It's like an
yeah. That kind of
ideological.
it's my like because when I mean barrel of a gun, what I mean is that somebody with more power than you or influence than you can take your shit, can take your life away. And I think the shame is basically that. I mean, hell, even Mao, like who the guy who said that, I think, like
Well, look at
that's he did tons of that.
I mean, look at what was
Yeah,
what was more effective. Like if you're like, let's say you're like a black mastermind, you're an African mastermind, and you want Whitey to like give you like all of his shit. Do you use fear? Do you like try and like assault like all these like white places to like take the shit, or do you like just shame the fuck out of them until they just give it to you? And it's like the second one is what
see,
someone did. Maybe not them, not a black mastermind, a
I think
mastermind of a certain race.
ultimately their ability to shame everybody kind of came from a source of power. I don't think that the shame just bubbled up from the bottom down. I think it was imposed.
Well, let's say it came from
Um,
a source of influence instead of power. And
yeah,
in a way, influence is power. But we call
yeah, yeah.
influence, and power power because nobody put a gun to someone's head and made them say like make all these white people
Well,
guilty and like make
they
them.
kind of did when integration, when segregation. They literally put guns to a white dude's head and marched them to integrate to schools.
Well, but
You literally had things like that.
somebody had to
Um,
shame somebody into thinking that way to begin with to give those orders.
yeah,
Like I think it
I
was.
think you're probably right. Like shaming is, but ultimately, like the control is physical control.
Like it was
Um,
Eisenhower, wasn't it, that did that originally? Maybe I'm wrong.
um, no, I think that was in the '60s, wasn't it?
No, because it was earlier. Or or
It was earlier.
no, actually, you might be right. Let's look.
I don't remember if it
Who
was
who
JFK or like
because
after.
because there was like an incident where they tried to force it like right away, like too early, and it was too much like negative thing, and so they had to bring in troops with
Yeah,
bayonets and shit like that. And then later there's like other incidents, but like the forcing, who forced the integration
I think it
thing?
was JFK. It might have been JFK. I don't know why I'm thinking JFK, but
It was Harry Truman
oh,
in
oh,
1948. Well, hold on a second. No, fucking Eisenhower. In 1957, it was 101st
okay.
Airborne Division. So,
So
but he was like part of like the whole World War II like thing, and he had to like maintain a line. Like people called him a communist back in the day, and like
was
he,
it after they killed Patton?
huh?
Was it after they killed Patton, General Patton?
Well, yeah, I mean, they said Patton said we fought the wrong people. We should have been fighting the Soviet Union, not the Nazis. And
Like,
like,
imagine if Patton president instead of Eisenhower. Like, that would have been
yeah,
crazy.
I mean,
Actually, I don't. Wasn't there like a technicality where like maybe this was Eisenhower? He was out of the country for so long that he couldn't run for president or something like that because you have to live in the U.S. for some amount of time.
might be
Something weird.
that might be true. I'm not sure because I doubt he was like in the European theater like for the entire course of the war as well, or wherever the fuck he was going. But it's like, yeah, that guy like it's very weird to go through an entire war, especially one where like you're with Patton, like where you're riding like on the top of like a fucking armored vehicle on the front lines of a battlefield to try to like
Yeah,
communicate and like
you don't get
coordinate.
that anymore.
Right, and then you die in a car crash like on like the day the war ends. It's a little weird, but like Eisenhower, he was instilled with like this like whole World War II like Holocaust thing. So then it's like when it came to like civil rights and like whatever, I mean, he's just like a fucking dummy. I mean, he was like a guy that was
He
put
was
there
hard.
to like do whatever. I mean, he fucked the whole fucking thing up. Like
He
we
wanted
we made
to.
we made movies like on D-Day. Like is a D-Day movie happy? Like is it like where like U.S. soldiers land and they win the day and like conquer all the Nazis? No, they're getting fucking gunned down left and right, and, like left in pools of blood and their arms cut off. It's like we already took Italy in 1943. We could have like moved north and just like not have landed there at all. But instead, what he wanted, and he stated this, and it's like on the record, is he wanted the Soviets to reach Berlin first. If we would have went up from Italy, we would have got to Berlin, and we would have taken that all, and there wouldn't have been like this shared fucking area with the Soviets. So we had to land on fucking the beaches of France and push through all those hedgerows, which slowed our ass down long enough for the Soviets to get there first. And then we cut the shit in half, so you have East and West Germany, and that whole fucking thing, like that's his doing. That like he did that, and then he's gonna like also like instill this fucking school integration thing using not just a National Guard, using the fucking 101st Airborne, like with unsheathed bayonets. Like he's gonna bayonet U.S. citizens to like put fucking black people in like a white school. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Like it's completely like a huge running sham. It's a huge operation.
I it's kind of amazing like we don't shit talk Eisenhower more.
Fuck
Like
Eisenhower.
I,
Like
like
I joined like and I got illegally removed from like my political party affiliation by the fucking government because it's like I signed up in California or whatever. Like you have the Independent Party, which is essentially like super anti-communist or whatever. It's like some what is that John Birch Society thing. So it's like
Yeah.
I did mean to sign up for non-affiliated, and this is a common thing. It happens to celebrities and like whoever all the time. Like I hit independent, believing like, oh, I'm an independent voter. Not true. I joined the
Oh,
independent
and they
party.
like psyop you into joining their party.
Yeah, but it was then I read up on it. I was like, okay, this is sick. I'll just stay. No, the fucking government removes me and like makes me non-affiliated without me like even requesting it whatsoever. But like regardless, this party like back in the day, like they said exactly what Patton said. They said like that Eisenhower's a communist and he let the Soviets reach Berlin and the whole thing I just said with Italy and blah blah blah. And like they got threatened into like retracting the statement. Like they had to literally say like we're sorry and like blah blah blah. Like they weren't even allowed to print that shit. But like people like obviously believed it enough to form a political party that has it as part of its basis. Like fuck
They
Eisenhower.
probably killed Patton just because of the Nuremberg trial. I doubt Patton would have applied with that. He like respected the Nazis too much.
Yeah,
Like,
cause he actually was like fighting them like
well, he was
hardcore up
actually a
close.
soldier. Like, the dude had soldiers on. Like, Patton was the type of guy that would have led like a medieval army. He just
Yeah,
a really like. How do you compete with a guy like? You got to take him out.
yeah, cause he would probably take you out too. Cause he's like
Like,
that type of a
that's
son of
like
a
one thing
bitch.
with Hegseth, right? If I was Hegseth, right, I would just take Patton's playbook and implement it twice as hard. And the other thing is you have to impose that upon yourself too, right? I guess part of the problem is Hegseth is not a soldier. He's not a general. He's like,
He was a soldier technically. He was in
well, he
Iraq and
was,
Afghanistan and
but now he's like a cabinet member, right?
yeah.
Official positions. Like, why not? Is there any reason Trump can't make Hegseth like general of the army or something? Like, or you know what I mean?
He,
Like, put somebody in power that's going to reorganize the whole structure.
well, he
And
could.
actually, he won't though. He won't
No, he
because I
won't.
agree with him.
Well, because he's got the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Because
Yeah,
the guy that's in charge of the Department of Defense has like civilian control over the military. The president does too. It's like they already got like the top general guys for like each branch of the military. It's like they be telling them what to do because you're the commander in chief. Like you give them orders. Like you don't need to have
yeah,
like some congressional approval. Like you just say like do this, do that. They have to do it like legally. You could say drop a
yeah.
fucking nuclear bomb if you wanted to. They have to do it. Like Congress doesn't have to approve it. But it's like, they just I don't know, don't or they fuck it up or
It's like
something.
Trump doesn't give freedom to the people that really need it. Like the army and the military needs it because they need it to reorganize, and Trump has no idea how to run an army. It's very clear he doesn't. Um,
Trump leading a fucking army? Are you kidding me?
like he wouldn't never in a million years. He's just
He can
like, what's
lead
he
a
gonna do?
fucking
Like, is he gonna gold plate our F-35s? Is that what he's gonna do? That's what he would do.
Well, he's a showy guy, so it's like he
Yeah,
would probably put on a lot of show of force, but a lot of bark and not a lot of bite.
but even that, like
Like
that
it, kind of
military
like a
parade
dictator.
earlier this year was horrible. That was the worst military parade. That was humiliating.
I didn't see it,
Oh, like
but I
it
know
was
that.
bad. We're talking people out of step, no
Mm,
energy. Like look at like Russian military, or even like stuff in Europe. Um, they it's passionate. Like the military has a tradition and they uphold it, right?
because they're not forced to
Um,
be there.
yeah, partly. Um, I would say the big issue is that when it comes to the American military, we just don't hold our military up to a standard that's acceptable, and we also treat our military like prisoners. like it's this kind of double-edged thing where our military is filled with slobs. At the same time, we treat them like prisoners. Um, isn't it kind of crazy that we're anal about stupid shit like shaved heads and kind of nonsense like that? And then we're really lax on all the things that actually matter. Like you look at
Right.
old
Well,
generals that would have like heads of hair and large beards, and it's
well,
like, you know, and now we force all of our military to be these bald-headed, um, you know, kind of thuggish-looking. You shouldn't be just aesthetic-wise. And
well,
then look at the uniforms too. Our uniforms have degenerated. Like
the
they don't look as
uniforms
good.
the uniforms have degenerated, but the head shaving is important, like psychologically and tactically. Psychologically, it's like you have to maintain certain standards. You let some things slip, everything else starts to go. But it's like also you can't have like hair that people can pull on. Like if you were in like a
I
trench,
mean,
like
that sounds correct, but I mean, like, look at the Civil War, look at the Revolutionary War, look at the,
well they didn't
I
have
mean, look at all the medieval wars.
they
People had longer hair. It
that's
wasn't.
that's true, but
That was like up close melee combat, even. You know.
that's true, but like back then they didn't have like what they have today. Like you can't just go to a barber and just have 'em like shave off all your hair. It was a very long, time-consuming process. So it's like, and a lot of those people were wearing helmets like anyway that like covered
I mean,
like their entire visit.
I
You know,
mean, we
had
wear pretty heavily armored helmets too. Plus, we have women in the military who do have long hair. I mean, I don't think they
they
really should be in
they have to put in a
nowadays,
ponytail,
but like,
but still,
I
it's
don't
true.
know. I don't think that our military should be looking like skinheads. I think they should be looking proper. Hell, you look at like the haircuts in World War II. They look different. They're longer styles, right? They look more like people. I
Like
think that
people.
there's a sense that the modern military is too dehumanized in all the wrong ways.
Well, they here's something that I know from personal first-hand experience. I don't care what anybody else says. Is like the military is treated like shit to a level like you would not even fucking believe. Because I knew this guy that like joined the U.S. Marine Corps. So he goes off. He goes through like recruit training, and then he comes back, and like all these people that he went through recruit training with are like hanging out with him. So in essence, they're hanging out with me too. So I'm walking around. I'm like the one civilian, and they got like fucking 11 Marines. They always want to go to like strip clubs and shit like that. One of them was like too Puritan. He wouldn't even get out of the car. He wouldn't even drink alcohol or anything. But it's like walking around and like you get fucked with constantly. And I'm talking like people on the street, like especially but not exclusively, gang members would like want to like kill a marine, fight a marine, whatever, and beat them
Really?
because then they get like bragging rights, like yeah, I fucked up a marine. Regular people would do that. People outside of bars, like just any like normie, would be
Where in the
like
country was the?
Los Angeles.
Because I think okay,
Like
that makes sense.
well, here it doesn't even stop there. Like normies would be like, "Yeah, I want to fight a marine. I'm gonna fuck him up," and then say like, "Yeah, I kicked a marine's ass." Like, and then you go to the police for help. The police will like either like use like either batons or like guns or whatever. They'll say like, "Yeah, I fucked up a marine," or like, "Yeah, I killed a marine." Like nobody can fuck with me. Like I'm a super cop. Like everybody is like that. Like the police especially. Like you get stopped constantly, and like in my experience. And then like I'm taking these guys, you know, they get out of recruit training and they're getting like assigned to like their units. So like I remember this one guy is never gonna leave my fucking brain for the rest of my life. Like I'm driving them to 29 Palms, where like they're getting like assigned to these units and shipped out like overseas. So this one guy gets assigned to an artillery crew in Okinawa. And like I'm sitting in the car with him, you know, like I'm not the one driving at the time, and like starts just like crying, like he starts like saying like help me go AWOL. That's like a felony. It's like I can't do that. Like I'll go to federal prison. And it's like he's like I can't like go back there, like I can't like go to this thing, like they lied to me. I mean, he was like losing his mind. He was saying like
Yeah.
I believe, like I joined because I believed that like I would have like more respect than I had. Like nobody ever respected me like growing up. Like my life was horrible, and now it's like even more horrible. Like people like want to kill me. Like I can't even walk down the street without somebody wanting to fight me. Like the police are always messing with me. Like I want to kill myself. Like but just never shut the fuck up. Like for like hours. Like driving through the desert, like the guy's crying, like I'm patting him on the back. This guy's in full Marine Corps like dress uniform, like literally like crying on my shoulders, tears like soaking my shirt. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like it's like they lied to me, you know, like, whatever. Like it fucking, you can't base like a strong foundation of like a military force on that type of conviction. Like, you know, even when
No,
people
I agree.
even
I think part of that is the dehumanization. Like
the
these people
yeah,
are not treated as soldier, like they're not treated as like
humans.
warriors or anything. They're treated like federal employees to some degree. Like it used to be the case that the Marines were incredibly respected, and they would cause a lot of trouble. But that's probably where a lot of that like everyone wants to fight the Marines. The Marines would like notoriously would go to bars and just like fuck things up. That's just what they did. That's the kind of people that were in the Marines. Nowadays, do you know how many times like I hear, "Oh yeah, my son's in the Marines. He's stationed in Japan." Do you know how many? Like, nothing goes on in Japan. Nothing.
Yeah.
Most people that are in the Marines today are sure they might train to a pretty high shock troop type uh, deployment, right? They're probably not doing it. They're probably stationed someplace where they're just kind of sitting and training and playing Pokemon or whatever
Well,
they do.
yeah, they actually
You know?
watched Dragon Ball Z. The
Yeah,
true
watching
story.
anime. Like it's. I recently had a coworker who went to the officer school, and the drill sergeant was like a real hard ass, right? And then he's like, "Oh yeah, and I searched him up on like Instagram, and he's like a huge weeaboo, like a huge like waifu weeaboo type guy, right?" Like,
Yeah,
and that's
everyone's
the
got their
Marine Corps. I'm not
passion.
saying that guy maybe sucks. I don't know. That's just the nature of the modern man
Well,
to some degree. But
yeah,
clearly they're not building these people up. They're kind of just chewing through them. And to me, it's always been like a personal. For most of like, I don't know. This might seem strange. The reason why I'm like heavy-handed on like the hair thing is because I'm not cutting my fucking hair for anybody. I'm
yeah, me
cutting my hair
neither.
for myself, only myself, and maybe my family.
Me
That's it,
too. Me
right?
too.
I
That's
don't give a shit.
right on. That's some real Native American shit right there. I'm on the same page with you.
Yeah, like, look, I will pick up a rifle and go to war, sure, but I'm not cutting my fucking hair. That's my that's my line, right?
Yeah, me too. ISIS doesn't
Because
make
you're
you
not
cut
gonna
your.
have that level of control over me. I am not gonna let any. You're gonna have to scalp me. Like fuck you. Um, for most of my life, I've had short hair. I went through like JROTC, through police explorers. You know, I did these clubs, and I came to the
God
realization,
damn.
fuck that, fuck that.
Fuck that. I'm on the same page. But I also had short hair because I mean I just did football, but I didn't go through any police
And
explorer thing. I did.
I did get fucked over in the enlistment too, and I remember, and it was because of medical conditions. I had like one
So
season of ADHD medicine that got pulled up in my medical records,
so
and
what do you try to enlist to?
the this is like probably half a decade ago.
Well, what were you trying to enlist in?
Oh, I was going to the Navy
Oh,
because I was
okay.
trying to get into the nuclear school.
Oh, I know a
But
guy that was in the nuclear
That
school.
screwed me out of the nuclear school. I was all set to go until the ADHD medicine got pulled.
You're
And then I
lucky.
also did an eye test, and I'm colorblind on some colors, and that also apparently is disqualified. So I
The,
was fucked out of that.
the
I
nuclear
was
school
pissed
is
that I had no
fucked.
way to appeal this. I made the scores, like, I'm like, no, fuck this. And you know what was really funny too?
Why don't
When
you
I
just
went to
become?
MEPS.
Okay.
No, no, this was another thing. When went to MEPS, I brought all of this up beforehand with the recruiter. So I was not lying about anything. And they basically just told me you should lie about it. Like, dude, this is a
The
someone
recruiter
sitting
told you to lie.
telling me to lie, and like they're telling me to lie about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie about this, right? Like, I'm not gonna talk about my ass. Medical records that gets pulled up inevitably. They say, oh, you have ADHD medicine. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, and I was naive. I was just like fresh out of high school. I didn't know shit. So I didn't lie about it. That's why they found my medical records, and everybody started yelling at me because I didn't lie. And
Yeah.
the cherry on top is when I was sitting there in MEPS, on the wall was a fucking Holocaust remembrance
Sweet.
poster.
Speaking of the Nuremberg
So
trials,
I was like, fuck.
yeah, you should have lied and just said the guy told me to do it.
I was just like, screw this. I was like, I'm done.
Well, did you become a cop?
Nah, I'm not interested in cop work.
So you went through Police Explorers, you didn't become a cop, you went
I
through
did that because it's fun.
as a front?
It was fun. It
Oh,
was a fun thing to do. It's like Boy Scouts. Like, you train with pistols.
that's
You
cool.
do some like little scenarios. The scenarios are fun when they're scenarios, but when it's real, it's kind of like pain in the ass.
Take down the meth head.
Most of police work is like domestic violence shit, unfortunately. Like
Yeah.
like it's domestic violence, it's homeless people, clueless people. Um it's not fun.
The banality of evil, some might call it.
And if you go to the inner city, it's all of that except everybody is crazy and they also are completely unreasonable. So it's like you step outside your small town, then it's nuts.
Preaching to the choir. I know all about it. I have to deal with these people. Like some cop one time, he said to me, like, "Oh, you don't have to deal with these fucking crackheads and crazy people and whatever." I was like, "Yeah, I do. It's like I just don't have a radio where I can call like backup. It's like I deal with the same people you deal with. It's like I just don't have a badge and a fucking gun most of the time."
What do you do, like EMT work?
Me? No.
Yeah.
I would never try. Well, I guess I could help somebody. Right now, I guess you could say I'm in between employment.
Uh, bad season too.
But I used to do like property management stuff, and then I got into crypto, and I made like a bunch of money, and then I lost it all. And so I'm not sure what to do now, cause even
So you
people,
did property management?
yeah, that's the official title. In reality, it's like you see like a little bit of everything: the domestic violence, the crazies, suicides, fucking armed standoffs, SWAT teams, fucking. Because you
Oh, so were you into like the slumlord type stuff or?
pretty much. I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call it a slum or anything like that. It's far from. Like I've seen places that are true slums, but like the place is not a place I would like to live in. I was like offered like to live in there for free. I'm like, it's no, because number one is like, yeah, part of my job. You know, I mean, I think this was even before I worked there. I was just like at the building. Like there was some guy that like killed himself, and like the place I would have moved in would have been like kind of like a couple feet away from it, and it just kind of fucked with me. Like I didn't want to do that. But
Yeah, I can get that.
yeah, you see, it was like really made me disrespect other people and like the police, except for like certain technical personnel. Like seeing like these suicides or like the suicide in particular, where like this guy, like he had like stage 4 cancer or whatever. He goes out onto the balcony and he has like a rifle. and like sitting in a chair like with the barrel like in his mouth. And so they call out. I mean, first like the cops show up, then like the SWAT team shows up, and they're like, like, aiming at him like drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, and the guy just like blew his fucking head off, and like so then he's dead. And like I went out there like next to like the body, and like the crime scene investigator was there, or what do you call them, forensics. Like they had like a
Yeah.
little tent like over his fucking head. It was raining, so they're like taking photographs, and the SWAT team guys were like laughing and like joking with each other because they were like they took a bet on like which one of them was gonna be able to shoot the guy and kill him, and like none of them were able to shoot him and kill him, so it's like they all lost the bet. And like
So
there was
was it San Francisco as well?
in what now?
Was this West Coast as well?
Well, yeah, it was in Los Angeles. I mean, county.
Okay, okay, yeah.
It was in, if you want to get
So
technical, it's in Burbank, but
you're right. Like there are a lot of cops like that, but I would say
well, yeah, I mean,
something like law enforcement and EMTs too, like any first responder. There's a lot of gallows humor because that's just how you. That's just the you cope with it. Like
yeah,
hanging around cops and EMTs, tons of gallows humor, and they're very funny. Some like EMTs and police officers can be some of the funniest people on the planet. But I think in San Francisco, you're in a different kind of league. Like that's a big city with definite corruption throughout the city. Definite.
well, I mean, here's the thing, like, I,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I was like fucking anti-cop, like I hated cops, like whatever. I had some roommate that was like a 35-year homicide robbery detective, like veteran of the LAPD that like had been involved like in all these cases. I've known like people like ATF agents that were at like Waco and like Ruby Ridge and like other things like that. But like the gallows humor, like I totally get like with soldiers and everything. Like I chit chat with them. It's all like you know some whatever
That
fucking joke.
kind of that doesn't seem like that's appropriate at all though.
What?
Like
Oh,
I can't
betting.
really
Yeah.
I can't really envision any of the cops I've used to hang out with. Like I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, like
Like
there's
maybe they would jokingly say like
there
yeah, I bet you're gonna shoot himself before we shoot him. Like or something like that. Like that they're just kind of
yeah, I mean everybody was
enjoying
laughing.
like the lightness of the situation. But
Yeah, I mean, like, there's one thing like gallows humor, and there's another thing where like I'm standing here and there's just fucking blood everywhere, and like it's like a horrific fucking crime scene. The photographer's not laughing, I'm not laughing, but it's like all these other people are laughing like it's some big fucking joke. It's like the most horrific shit. It's like this is like somebody's
yeah,
like grandfather, father, like whatever. It's like have some fucking respect, like show some composure, if not like for yourself, at least for like the organization you're a part of, because you're making me really dislike it right now. And, like later on, it was like go into an apartment because this is how it happened. There's like the chain of events is like there's a bank like on the bottom level of like these apartments, like at the street level, and like their vault was like getting flooded, and like and so they say like find the source of like where this flood is coming from. So it's like I go up into the apartments and I'm looking around. It's like this whole investigation type thing till we find the source of the flood. And it's like this one apartment, like open the door like forcefully, and it's like there's a guy in there who's like a fucking pedophile. Like what he did, the origin of the flood. It sounds funny. Like he's jacking off to child porn like into condoms, and then he's throwing the condoms like into the toilet and then trying to flush the toilet, so it just fucking clogs the toilet up, and he just keeps hitting the flush button, and it just like fucking overflows until it sinks all the way down through like in the bank vault. You walk into this place, it's like the movie Seven. There's cockroaches everywhere, rotting food everywhere. This guy's like fucking crazy. And like as I'm searching the place and as I'm like doing my thing to like stop this event, it's like I come across this black like trash bag, like a black trash bag just filled with like Polaroid photos of like child porn. And so like at the time like when I went in there, like I went in there with like two uniformed like police officers, you know, like in full
Yeah.
uniform, normal, whatever. And there's also like a city attorney, like an advocate for this guy. And so like I find this child porn, and like these cops are standing there, and the guy gets angry. The guy gets angry when I find the child porn. He comes up and he starts like getting like right into my face and saying like I'm gonna fucking kill you, like I'm gonna slit your throat, like whatever. And I'm just like not touching him. And I'm looking over like, hey, little help here. And it's like the cops don't do shit. And it's like
Really?
the city attorney, he's like, he's mentally ill or whatever, like you can't touch him, like, you know, like we'll sue or like whatever, like it'll be the ACLU will fucking blah blah blah. And the cops like care more about like not ending up as the next Derek Chauvin, or like, you know, being on the news or like violating some shit or the ACLU or whatever, than they do about this guy's that has child porn under his bed and he's about to try to fucking kill me. But it's like if I went to kill him, or like I push shoved him, or like whatever, like they would instantly
He's an
arrest me
innocent
for
victim.
assault and battery, or like attempted murder or whatever. Yeah, he's an innocent, mentally ill guy, and like all that other shit, like the child porn or whatever, like what he did, like with the whole thing, the whole reason I was there to begin with, wouldn't even be admissible in court as evidence, like for my defense. Like it's just fucking crazy, like the type of shit you see. And so it's
Yeah,
like,
like
and it's like when I go into these situations, I don't get a gun, I don't get a taser, I don't get like a fucking radio where I can go, hey, what's up? Can you come help me out? This guy's trying to fucking kill me. And then
yeah.
you get talked down to and like browbeaten by these guys who are like, they could call up some guy. I mean, they have a fucking assault rifle in their car. They got a shotgun and a fucking rifle. They got a radio, computer. They like got the fear of God that they put in people. It's like,
I don't, that's
oh
not
my god.
including their armor. Yeah.
And yeah, body armor. Like it's like, come on, get like cut me some fucking slack. You know, it's like I'm not like blanket like against
Yeah.
them, but by and
I
large,
don't think
fuck.
that like city cops are pricks. But that does seem to be a correlation. Like the bigger the city, the more historical the city, the cops just seem to be just bigger assholes.
And yeah, I mean, there's also like they decriminalize prostitution, so it's like you have prostitutes walking around, and including child prostitution. Like there's literally like fucking 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds that are walking around like selling their body on the street, like in front of police officers that will not like arrest. Like you can go out and like fuck some child or whatever, like the cops will not stop you, arrest you or whatever. They won't stop like the kid, or like try to find their parents, or like call for some help or social services or whatever. They'll let it happen right in front of them, because it's like not worth the time to like arrest these people, take them to jail, and then have them just like released in like some sort of less like charge below like littering. So it's like they don't do like what would be morally conscionable or right. I mean, you still have the power, you have the authority to arrest them,
I
or so
think that
you know what I mean.
probably what ends up happening is all the good cops, because there are good cops in that city, I'm sure, get completely ground down to dust
Yeah,
because there's just the system selects against that
it's so true.
because of the law, because of the judges, because like yeah, like that's probably a poor reason, honestly.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys that have done like horrific shit, like Jerry Dyer, like the mayor of Fresno, used to be like the police chief of Fresno. He like ran some sort of drug smuggling operation. He killed one of his own officers on his front lawn by shooting him in the back. Like he did all this shit. He's like mayor of Fresno, and he's like, you know, his life is fine. It's great. He's got a big house. And then the guy that I knew that was like the 35-year like homicide robbery division like veteran, like that guy was fucked up, like majorly. I mean, I'm talking like delirium tremens level alcoholism. Like this guy was ending up in jail himself because he would, yeah, he, gallows humor. Like one of the jokes he made, like I distinctly remember, was like they would use their batons, and like you're supposed to only use it like on the shoulder, like you can't just whack someone in the head with it. But he said like
Yeah,
when they hit him in the shoulder, it would slide up and like hit him in the head, like just kind of right up the elbow. So he said we just stopped hitting him in the shoulder and just started hitting him in the head and like killing him or something. And he laughed at it, and like at the time it was like, ha, you know. But like the dude was fucked up. Like he was like had a wife and kid. Like I went to the Rose Parade with his fucking wife. Like they had a nice house, like everything, like nice car, and the dude like was drunk all the time. Like he threw everything away. Like he was like always drunk constantly, or like his brain was just fucking melted. And it was like from all the shit that he's seen, because he was not a bad guy. Despite like the jokes or like whatever, he wasn't like a bad cop. I could tell that, or a bad person or anything like that. And it's like but he withstood that type of environment for that long. It like literally like I've never seen somebody so destroyed or like I don't know, disintegrated, whatever you want to call it. Like I've seen people go through like wars and like not be as fucked up as that. Not even fucking close.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't help that cities are often right?
Yeah, it's like
Like,
I go in a fast food place and like there's two cops in there and they're standing up and like they will not sit down. Like they'll stand with their back against the wall. They will not like use their phone or anything. They'll like wait for their food. They'll leave with it. They will not eat there. Because if you sit down, it's harder to draw like your service weapon if somebody comes up and tries to kill you.
I mean, honestly, if you're a civilian and you're not behaving that way these days, you're putting yourself in danger in some situations. If I go to the city, my head's like on a swivel constantly.
It should be.
I don't relax. Like, I mean, Florida's not that bad, but like, even the city, there's issues. I've had
Comparatively,
I
I mean,
remember when I was a teenager, my grandma lives kind of she kind of lived in the ghetto, um, and we went to McDonald's after visiting my great grandmother who was in hospice, and we were all dressed up like because it was a Sunday, and it was kind of a solemn occasion, so we were like had dressy shirts and stuff. Some like group of teenagers, and I think they were like white. I think they were mostly white, but they were like kind of like wigger class. I remember like like this one guy like threw a milkshake at my dad and I, and he completely missed us by like the act of God, and we kind of just stood there like we didn't even react. We looked at him, and he stood out the door, and it's like that's the kind of like environment you have, where just like random people will just like assault you for no reason.
yeah,
You know,
quite familiar with it. Quite
so
familiar.
like, and that's really minor. Like, okay, a milkshake, that's not a big deal, but like, okay, what if it's a brick, right? And
Yeah,
it very often is a brick. It very often is a bike lock or something, you know?
a rock, a Molotov.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
I've had like crazy shit happen. Like they take like 20 billion years to like recount it all. But like people would like come up. Well, I mean everything you can imagine, really. I don't need to like describe it, but
yeah.
yeah, it's like constantly on alert. Like have this radar because not for like the police because they're so corrupt and they're so fucking weird, and also like criminals and like whatever. So it's like I go to like New York City and I'm like walking out like in Brooklyn at like 3 in the morning, and I'm walking like past these like memorial plaques that are like, big Tyrone got shot here and fucking died on this sidewalk and this year, whatever. And like I'm looking around and I'm like, there's nothing going on. Like it's really tame. There's I'm the only person out here. I don't feel at all like a threat. And then it's like I go to Portland, I go like where they call it like a war zone, and like I was in a nightclub with this girl, and I come out, and like there's police lights like reflecting off of this building, like it's a stationary car, like they're doing something, and I'm like let's go over there. She's like, that's Chinatown or something. It's like a really high crime area that's like really bad. I'm like, okay, let's go. So I walk like right through there, and I'm like, this is nothing. Like I'm looking around, like people are more scared of me than I am of them. Like I literally walked behind two gay guys or something, and they like ran across the street, like to the other across the road to like the other sidewalk. I was
Yeah.
more like laughing, like what the fuck, and I don't know, like comparatively, because when I'm here, like obviously there's places I know it's like really not good, and like just different cities or like whatever. But then like I go to these places that are reputed, I mean, to be the worst of places, and it's just like laughable. It's like nothing, So it's like
I
Florida,
think
like my.
New York.
Sorry,
Go on, go on.
well, I was just gonna say like Florida, like might be worse than here. I don't know, or it might be less bad. It's
I
like hard
highly
to.
doubt Florida's worse. We're pretty.
You never know.
My experience is, I've not been like that many places in the U.S. The biggest city I've been to, I think, is Cleveland, here in the U.S. But I'm trying to think. There was one place that was really sketchy. Denver was really nice. Like I didn't
No.
feel at odds. Like Denver felt safer than like Florida cities. But,
Yeah.
Denver's kind of I guess a bougie city anyway. That might have changed, but it was probably Cleveland then. Ohio definitely dodgy. Um, as for Brooklyn, I haven't been, but I had a friend that went. He was sketched out when he went last time.
Really?
But, he said nobody bothered him.
Place is dead as fuck.
When did you go to Brooklyn?
I went there like a month ago. I
Month
stayed
ago?
for like a week. I stayed in Brooklyn in a fucking apartment.
I can't tell you because I haven't been. I do know that there are places in New York you just don't go.
Yeah,
I know
let me
that
see.
some places have been gentrified. Like I think Harlem's been a little bit gentrified.
Harlem's.
I've had black people tell me that they're too white for Harlem.
Yeah,
Which
I mean, I heard Harlem is something he said he walked through and he was like all sketched out, like my other friend that was staying there for like a month or whatever. But he's from like North Carolina, like some middle of nowhere place. It's like I went over there, went to Manhattan, like all over the place down there. It's like
Manhattan's definitely not sketchy because it's like
well, I went to like Central Park at like fucking 1 in the morning.
Central Park maybe. There's just been a ton of things that have happened in Central Park. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, I was walking around. I mean, I was taking pictures in creepy tunnels. Like, hey, check out this creepy tunnel where someone's gonna jump out, take a picture.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I don't know. I didn't feel.
I think part of it is if you're only there for like a month or so. I don't know how long you were there.
A week.
A week. A week's probably not a long enough time to how people are. Like that's kind of my feeling, because I don't know. I felt that way spending time in Tokyo. Like being there for a week, kind of don't feel it. Once you're there for like 3 weeks, or you've been there even longer, like you kind of get a better feeling for the people and for the differences between people and districts and neighborhoods.
Well, you could.
Over there, it's pretty minute.
You could be like a day in some place, and you can be like, "Oh, this is kind of sketchy."
I think if it's really jarring, yeah.
Like Mexico.
Mexico or Belize.
I go to Tijuana for like 1 day and like walk around just like by your own at night, like in whatever neighborhood.
I do want to visit New York because like I kind of want to confirm for myself. My understanding is a lot of New York is dying. Like it's just overpriced, and tons of New Yorkers flee. We have had tons of New York Ricans, Puerto Ricans who lived in New York, flooding here and making things worse. But
Yeah, those what are they called? Puerto Ricans. They're annoying.
you have Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico who aren't that bad. You have Puerto Ricans from New York that are pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean it seems to be a common tale.
But
Like the first generation, second generation thing.
I know I've wanted to do some urban exploring in New York because they have the whole tunnel system underneath it, and that's like really cool. Like they have whole homeless societies down there. So,
Yeah, so the guy that I knew took a video where he was walking around in one. It was,
I'd probably be the dumbass to go down there, and
uh, it's pretty.
if I was with a group of people,
It's pretty mundane.
you know.
Like I was expecting it to be like really crazy, and it was really mundane. It wasn't like.
Homeless people will like. I guess you live in the West Coast. You know, homeless people probably better, but like they're fine until they're not. That's my experience with them.
Well, they shouldn't even exist to begin with when we're sending $1 trillion over fucking Israel and Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
But, like there's when I've been urban exploring, homeless people are quick. They kind of just want to be left alone for one. But when you do engage with them, they're generally not hostile. But then you overstep a boundary you didn't know you were overstepping,
Yeah.
and then they become like aggravated with you.
Uh-huh.
Not necessarily hostile.
Defend their
But
turf.
they're unpredictable. Like when urban exploring, we've come across like homeless people's shelters, but it's really common for urban explorers to fuck that up. Yeah. Then the homeless people are pissed off because you just fucked up their shit. I've had
No, it's like, yeah, homeless people. I mean, it's a different story with every single one of them.
in general, the guys that we were dealing with weren't necessarily truly homeless. A box office, like a kind of the place where you gain parking entry, like bigger. It's like a welcome center kind of thing. Set up pretty comfy there. And then the other guys had brought a trailer onto this back lot, a maintenance lot, and basically had their own little scrapyard for themselves. It was really cool. And we walked up to them and asked them questions, and you know, they would guide you around the property too. So like I don't have anything against homeless people, it's just they're unpredictable.
You just don't know, dude.
I wouldn't want to be surrounded by them. Like I don't want to be the only not guy who doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah,
When there's like four of you, it's a little easier to deal with.
you just have to pretend you fit in.
Yeah.
Pretend like you belong there. But it's just, yeah, I was expecting a fuckload of them too. Like, in Portland, especially going to like a high crime area where it's like ideal for them to be there. Like, I walked past, there's a couple that were just kind of sketched out, you know, but it's like, whatever, I've dealt with this before. There's like one guy smoking crack or fentanyl or something. It's like, alright. It's like, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than this. Like, I was like,
Oh,
I don't know.
I know where it was that it was sketched out. It was Edmonton. Edmonton is bad, like really bad.
Really?
Yeah, Edmonton. That's where Darian and I have a mutual friend who lives in Edmonton. I was up visiting him, and Edmonton is like like zombie or like it literally is. They just roam like packs. And it was in broad daylight too. We were up there to see.
This is Edmonton, Canada?
Yeah, Edmonton, Canada.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of it.
The city itself is like kind of cozy if it wasn't for the homeless people, but it's bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty fucking bad.
So I don't know if I've seen photos of Portland that look pretty bad, but
Cause
to me, I just always thought of Portland as like bougie, quirky, artsy people.
yeah, like I don't know if you're like,
Pretending to be anarchists or something.
I don't know if you're looking at the stream, but this is like what I was expecting to run into, like for the Edmonton situation. That's what I was prepared
Yeah,
for. And then Portland homeless was more like, I mean, these pictures are not that shocking to me. Like maybe like what it actually looked like was more like
see,
this. Like
that's still shocking to me because we don't have that here.
like
Like, right.
I mean, this is really like the peak of like what you'd see. Like it'd be empty ass street. It's nobody around. You might see someone like this, but maybe that's one person. It's not like a couple just walk.
Uh,
It's like okay.
maybe they cleared out. I don't know. Um, Portland is on my list of places to visit. So,
Like
but
this is more like what I'm expecting.
not like
You know.
France or Edmonton. I know Paris is really bad.
Yeah, because I'm used to more like
Paris, it's like the main strip, like the most prized streets. Yeah, Skid Row is.
just fucking wall to wall. It's just like the Mad Max. Just do whatever the fuck you want. Like no one cares. Just shit everywhere. And it's like I didn't run into that. Like in New York or Portland or whatever. It's not like that.
My guess is Portland probably also has a lot of people that are squatting or
Like crust
um,
punks.
like my guess is there's probably more reasons in Oregon to house people, which is not necessarily a good thing, but like, I guess it keeps them off the streets. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Portland politics.
Neither mind. I'm not sure I want to be familiar.
Yeah, like if I visit like the West Coast, I'm kind of viewing myself as like an alien in a different country because
Well,
that's kind
yeah.
of how I view the West Coast.
Yeah, that's how I view the. I've not only is that how I view the East Coast,
I don't really understand it.
I don't understand it even going to Sacramento or San Francisco, let alone Portland. That's another fucking country to me. They don't speak the same language, the same slang. They don't understand what I'm saying. Like it's literally like
Well,
going
they
fucking
have a
England.
different accent too, especially the really high scale people. Like
Yeah,
you know the West Coast lisp, like
yeah. Or the
the dinner party. What do you call them? Like I mean, they're liberals, obviously, but like the socialites.
like a foul speak type accent.
Yeah, like
Or are you
I can
talking?
only describe
What
them
location are you
like
talking about?
The Hunger Games, like little people, like they kind of rub you that way.
Who? Where? Which?
They have, like wine moms, wine aunts,
Which location is this?
just the general West Coast. 'Cause we get like the people that sell off their properties and move here because it sucks or something.
Yeah.
Those types.
Yeah, where they have when they ask a question and it's like this, and they have like the
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
and they're not necessarily bad, but there's a large portion of them that definitely are rotten to the core.
Oh, they're all fucked up. You can't find. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah level shit, where they're like, if there's one good person in the city of a million people, will you not destroy it? God's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
sure, fine.
You take the good person out.
Yeah, it's like that few. Like, people but it's really because you can get mad at like an institution like the fire department or the police department or whatever. But when you have like negative interactions with like bystanders, just like random people on the street, and especially in a large enough number that there's like a demographic like swath, it's not just like a bunch of African American gentlemen hanging out in the corner shooting dice and fucking drinking 40s. It's like you have like people of different socioeconomic backgrounds and whatever that are all hostile or like they refuse to help in like a situation that's very dire. Then it's like you become very like hateful and like cynical, especially when you yourself put yourself like in harm's way or risk your life like as a bystander to like help somebody else. It's like you feel like I got to get the fuck out of here because if you're outside and like something bad happens, like if you don't have a gun on you and like a first aid kit, like you're fucked. It's like Escape from Tarkov, like in real life. Every time you step out your fucking front door, like you can't call anyone for help. And like even
And
if
that's something like, and the system actively penalizes you for having a gun or like defending yourself. So,
right, yeah, but it's like there's people I know that like I mean when I was in New York, like this guy came out, he brought like a very illegal knife, but normally he'd bring a gun. And like I'm not sketched out by that at all, like whatever. But it's just like the stuff I was seeing it didn't equate with like requiring like a firearm to defend yourself. But it's like a lot of people do. Like another guy I talked to that lives in a shithole, I forget where, maybe it's New Jersey or something. He carries a gun every single day. My neighbor carries a gun every single day. And it's like,
yeah,
you know,
if I was there, I would definitely
you know,
like here. I don't feel that ill at ease,
I don't
but
feel.
like, so
I mean, I feel like I can get through like most situations just through like disengagement and like dialogue. Like I haven't.
yeah, I would say that's I can do that too.
I just.
Like some areas, I'd probably want a fire.
I haven't run into a situation where somebody is like, "I'm gonna shoot you no matter what right now," like a mass shooting type of thing. Like,
Most
or
people that carry are probably not going to go through their lives shooting their gun at anybody. And especially if they're like rational, they really shouldn't be seeking out opportunities to use your gun. That's dumb.
well,
But
once you have a gun, it's like you want to be like, yo. Because if you had like a sick like Desert Eagle or something, what you want to like pull it out and be like, shut the fuck up.
not really. To me, like the whole like because we don't have open carry, we have concealed carry. Once you pull a firearm, you bring a minor scuffle and a maybe battery into like a big police investigation, a whole bunch of drama, probably a lawsuit if things are like, you know what I mean? Like it's just a headache.
Looks
So why even bother?
looks
Just
cool.
pepper spray the fucker and like sock him in the jaw.
It looks cool though. And do you think people think about any of these things like when they actually pull a gun out?
A lot of people here do. A lot of people in the hood don't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's kind of the issue. And kind of with Florida, it's sort of segregated. So like, kind of if you just stick to your territory, it's not a big deal. As long as you don't cause trouble in the places where you meet, not a big deal.
Hey,
My grandma, who lived in the ghetto, has not had a problem because she keeps to herself. She also, however, has a biker gang that's filled with white people pretty close to her, so that might also contribute to the whole not getting, like, knocked out. You know?
yeah, that can do it. I mean, if you have the Hells Angels backing up your grandma, it's probably okay. Doing okay.
It's not the Hells Angels, it's the other big one. But, yeah, like...
What are the Mongols?
And... they, for the most part, don't cause trouble. Biker gangs really don't cause trouble with, like, locals. They kind of just,
No.
like, want to ride their Like, oh, I'm gonna ride my hog and I'm gonna do barbecue and do meth.
I
That's basically what they do.
Yeah, I've support your local Mongol stickers all over. Like I've had Hell's Angels on the freeway, like
Yeah,
next to
I
me.
don't find biker gangs to be
Like
that big of an issue.
the bar down
Like,
the street from my house literally says no club colors or patches like on the door. I've never had an issue with a biker or a gang member actually. With someone like in just a normal street gang like MS-13 or like whatever. Never. They're always actually the opposite. They're really polite. They're really like have a set of principles, I guess you'd say.
I know nothing about MS-13, but I know like Latino thugs are they're a nuisance, not really a threat. Um,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's weird.
Aryan Brotherhood have had with them, and like family people to some degree. Um, like I driving down the road, like I saw a guy with like a giant swastika like tattoo on his back, and I was like, that's cool. Like if any black guy says, "Oh, come take a look at this," or tries to hand you something, you like say "fuck no" and tell him to fuck off.
Well,
He's probably gonna rob you.
I had I've had a lot of weird experiences because I was up in Hayward, which is like a really bad area of Oakland. I was at this house party and like all of these Crips like showed up, and there's like a ton of these Crips, and like this black guy comes up, this African American gentleman. It's my new slur. Is like, can I use your phone real quick to play a song? You know, I had like an iPhone. I'm like, all right, there you go. I handed it to him. He left. He went into like a room, and like I was like sitting there for probably like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. Like maybe I don't know what I was doing. Like I was on drugs or some shit. So it's like I go back. I was like, oh yeah, my phone. You know, I forgot this guy has it. So I walk in this room, and he's like holding it in the air, playing some song, and there's all these gang members, these Crips, are like jumping up and down. Like he's jumping up and down, they're all laughing and smiling. And like I was like, oh, you know, I really, you know, I was being all polite about it. I was like, you know, I apologize, but can I have my phone back? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. Like he legitimately forgot or something, and he just immediately handed it back to me. And like he was just completely cordial and like nice about it and like everything, like no issue, like no issue with any person there, and like
Yeah,
it was
I,
really quite
I definitely
strange.
believe that, but I also think like with these kind of pathologies,
I
again, you know, with homeless people, they can flip on a dime and like
well
take insult, and it becomes like this. You know what I mean?
well keep in mind too, this was like 15 years ago. This is like a long time ago. This is like in like 2010 or 2011, 2012, somewhere around. Well,
I
probably.
guess the Bloods and the Crips were kind of on a downslide by then.
Well, no,
But
just
like the 90s,
people in
the
general. I mean, this is before like
yeah,
you know, like there's like all this shit like Tinder and Uber and fucking the shit like people grow up on today, TikTok and like whatever the fuck.
yeah,
Like like everything's changed to where like there was no like viral video fucking knockout game shit back then. So it's like just people in general are different, you know? And that's what really like scares me and freaks me out. Is like I mean there would be times like way back in the day like this guy I was on like the freeway from LA to San Diego and like some guy's car like fucked up like right in front of me and like we get out like or I get out and like another guy gets out or we're like shifting to neutral and we're like pushing it like as like a team like off like the side of the road to like clear traffic or whatever so like fucking CHP doesn't have to do it. Okay. And then like later like you know maybe in 20 fucking 17, 2018, something like that. Like I'm driving and like I come up this red light and like this car in front of me catches on fire, like a pickup truck catches on fire. And so there's like a
yeah,
guy's like stuck inside and I'm going up to the truck and like, you know, I'm banging on the window. Like the guy thinks maybe I'm carjacking him. I like open the door. I like physically like remove the guy. I take him like to a distance that's far enough away where if like, cause the fire is like in the bed of the truck, the gas tank is right underneath. There's no bed cover. It's just this thin layer of metal between like the fire and where the gas tank is. If it explodes, like I'm putting him like at a distance where like it would not kill him or like maim him or
Yeah.
whatever. And then I go back and it's like at this time it's like I get some other guy. I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of your truck. You have like a fire extinguisher. Like grab it. Like start spraying this whole bed down. Like as he's spraying down like the bed with like the fire extinguisher, I'm grabbing shit out of the back, like toolboxes and like just random shit that's like on fire. Like I'm using my bare hands. It's like plastic melting in my hands. I'm throwing it like over onto the sidewalk because I'm just trying to throw it as far away from this fucking vehicle as possible to like remove as much like flammable material that can be used as fuel for the fire, like before it gets down to where like the gas tank is. So I throw this fucking toolbox, I just whip it like across like, you know, 2 lanes of traffic. Like traffic's totally stopped because obviously there's a fucking car on fire. And like
Yeah.
this toolbox lands in front of this African American gentleman, and like he starts going like, what's up, like coming up to me and like has like his phone out like he's filming a TikTok video, like he's about to fight me. And I'm like, I'm not even focused on this because I'm literally still throwing like flaming shit. He's like, yo, why the fuck you throwing shit at me, nigga? Like just like coming up and like doing this monkey shit on me. And I'm
Yeah,
like, you know, I can't deal with this right now.
affected him. And you're like,
Right.
not at all. You
Yeah.
incidentally.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, like I'm trying to like stop this car from exploding. Like, hold on a second, you know. And I'm like throwing all this shit, and then like the fire department comes up, and they have like lights and sirens on, and so this guy fucking bolts because he thinks it's the cops or whatever. You know, it's
Yeah.
typical behavior of this sort of like demographic of people. And so like I'm out of here. I don't want to be involved in this like anymore. Like I've done like as much as I can do. The fire department's here. Like people are trying to kill me now. Like I'm fucking out of here. I get like back in my truck, fucking wrong side of the road, fucking U-turn. I don't care. Drive against traffic. I'm out of here. Like it was fucked up. And this is just like in a time span of like a couple like 8 years, maybe 7 years,
Yeah.
where like this behavior of like the bystander is like completely different from passive or like helpful to like get the fuck over here, like shut the fuck up, do this right now, like get the fuck away from me, I'm gonna kill you, like type of that's how you have to talk to like people or else they will not
Oh yeah,
respond.
I believe it.
Like it's
Um,
fucking crazy. And like it's even worse now. It's 8 years down the line from that.
Even here, things have grown more like hostile. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe not hostile, right? But like bitter.
Bitter, hot.
Um,
Yeah.
and because I work in food service, but I'm just a wage worker.
It's an important
I've
job.
noticed where there's like a I'm a deli guy, so I cut meat.
I
And
love delis.
yeah, it's a tough job. Um,
You
I
ever
mean, I've
almost cut
done
your
it
hand
myself,
off?
so it's not that hard. But anyways, like the way people treat food service workers is pretty shit. Um, from what generally I tend to get a lot of good customers. I think it's just because I kind of have like that resting bastard look to me. But then also like I try to do my job really well because like
Well, that's good.
I don't know. It's like even if I'm getting paid like shit, it's like I don't know.
Take
I don't
pride
want to
in your
fuck
work.
people's stuff up, you know. I'm kind
Exactly.
of a perfectionist, so it's kind of an ego thing.
Yeah, me too.
But like it's like you know if you're gonna pay a bunch of money for a sandwich, I'm not gonna fuck it up. Like, I hate it when people fuck up my sandwich.
That's why I
I
can't work
never
in
feel
food industry.
bad about it though.
They tell me serve a
Um,
burger to somebody. I want to serve something I want to eat myself, so I'd take like 20 minutes
yeah,
making this thing.
yeah, like but then you have like people that are really particular, and I mean you've always had people like this, but like get the feeling there's people that are way more insistent about getting their way. And
Yeah.
I've noticed there's really a woman thing too, like where they really want to get one over on you. A lot
hmm
of older,
They they
middle-aged women,
they like to
like
deprive you of your manhood.
yeah.
They love
Um,
it. They love to
so I
try.
do look at them like they're bitches. They can't get to me. Um, And then a part of it is also the food service workers don't do themselves any favors. I'm not gonna lie and say like, yeah, my fellow coworker is sometimes the worst enemy of making a good scenario. Although most of them are pretty good, but I think the big issue. I work at a good place, generally like good people, and even generally pretty decent clientele. But most people probably engage with McDonald's or Burger King, Wendy's, and or 7-Eleven, right?
People
And
drunk at like 2 in the
that
morning.
that builds the actual like cult. That's the actual culture. So when people come into my little corner of the world, they have a completely different mindset. That's like it's not needed where I'm at. So
Yeah, it's like I withstand like an incredible amount of indignity, but there's a certain line where it's like, I have to put him in check. I even withstood like a pedophile yelling in my face that he's gonna kill me. I didn't do anything, but
yeah,
there's still a line that exists, where people take it too far. And like I've seen that, and it's like